everybody, it's iHeart Gallery back again with a digital background painting. I used a Photoshop palette knife digital brush to make abstract marks on a digital canvas. I started with teal because it's one of my favourite colours. It makes my body feel really positive and it reminds me of the ocean and the sky. Those vast kind of landscapes that remind you that you're just a speck of stardust in the infinite expanse of time. That always makes me feel really good and like nothing we do matters so much, so you can sort of let your anxiety fade a little bit. Anyway, the way I approach abstract mark making is through the way my body feels. It's hard to describe, but there's a kind of balance in an image that you can feel in your body. You sort of know when it doesn't feel right and it guides you to where it wants you to make the next mark. And when you've made a mark that doesn't make sense to your body, it sort of feels wrong. I can't describe the sensation because I don't quite understand it myself. Have you ever felt that when you create your own artworks? How do you approach your own abstract art making? Let me know in the comments below. I'm very curious to hear if other artists feel something similar. Then I moved to a lilac sort of purple, which I feel really goes nicely with the teal. I picked colours based on the same sort of body feelings, but I'm the first to admit I need to learn a lot about colour and how to use the colour wheel. It's one aspect of art I struggle with. My art school training was not in painting theory, so I have a lot to learn about that. Next, my body needed some yellow. I find that yellow is one of those colours that I feel the need for in the majority of my abstract paintings. It's a tough one to balance as well because it's such a standout colour, so vibrant, that it can often take over from the original dominant colour that you mean the piece to be. So the trick is to really work with it, sort of bring it back into balance whenever it falls out of balance until it supports the dominant colour rather than outshining it. And that's where digital really comes in handy because it's much easier to subtract something that you've done and delete it from digital than it is on canvas or paper. Hot pink comes next. I love this colour palette and how the piece is turning out. It's quite a quick sketch of a background, but so effective in changing your mood towards the positive. During this piece, I also moved layers up and down depending on what colour I wanted behind the others. And I also shrunk it down to thumbnail size to check if I like how the piece looks balanced at that size too. Then I made it huge to see how I like the detail of how the palette knife brush leaves marks. I like the mix of very bold graphic strokes of colour alongside the wispier lighter ones I did by using a lighter pressure on the Wacom pen. I'm drawing this on a Wacom Cintiq. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this week's video. If you'd like to watch more, click on the video to the right. If you'd like to help me make more videos, click on the left to donate $1 to my Patreon account. And click on the circle in the middle to subscribe. Bye, sweethearts!